Hi, and welcome to our audiobook series brought to you by Burgapoly Publishing. Let the journey begin. Today we are presenting
Chapter 7. War Clouds Are Gathering. Enter, came the guttural bark of Admiral Creer. Heavy with impatience, the voice sent the two humanoid attendants retreating swiftly from the massive, scaled form reclining on the table. Draped in a towel, his immense body stretched across the massage platform like a predator at rest, its slumber an illusion of peace. The girls, dressed in regulation, blue shorts and t-shirts, lowered their heads in quiet submission, careful to avoid meeting the gaze of either the admiral or the approaching officer. A uniformed sailor stepped inside, spine rigid, snapping to attention as though the air itself had grown heavy. "Admiral Creer," he announced crisply, "the captain reports that we have exited hyperspace. Per your orders, the fleet has taken position behind the moon of planet XR-37. The admiral lifted his broad head, his slitted pupils narrowing slightly. A deep exhale flared his nostrils. "Very well," he rumbled. "Inform the commander I am on my way to the bridge." The sailor struck his chest with a scaled fist, extended his arm in salute, and backed out of the doorway without turning his back to his superior. Creer shifted, stretching, rolling his shoulders. The power beneath his thick, greenish-brown hide was evident in every movement, muscle and mass designed for dominance. "Dress me," he growled. The attendants fled into the adjoining chamber and returned within moments. One carried a pressed uniform, the other wheeled in a small ladder. They began their task without hesitation, their small hands working quickly to fit the tailored blue officer's uniform over the admiral's colossal frame. They moved with practiced efficiency, their faces impassive, knowing any hesitation could earn them more than just reprimand. Once dressed, Creer strode from the chamber, his boots striking the floor with the measured confidence of one who had long ceased questioning his authority. Two guards, standing rigid outside the doorway, saluted and fell in step behind him as he made his way to the elevator. The doors parted. "Admiral on deck!" The bridge snapped to attention. Officers and crew straightened, saluted, and then returned to their duties with the precision of a well-honed war machine. Creer stood for a moment, silent, his piercing gaze sweeping the command deck from his elevated vantage. Below, personnel moved in synchronized efficiency, manning their respective stations with quiet discipline. "Report!" Captain Gorm ascended the steps toward him, his posture as rigid as the steel beneath their feet. "Sir, all 24 ships are in position behind the moon, concealed and awaiting orders." Creer's lip curled slightly. "Good." His voice was like stone grinding against stone. "Jam all communications. Bring the fleet into orbit around XR-37. Release the pods." Captain Gorm inclined his head in acknowledgement, then turned sharply. "Lieutenant Bassett," he commanded, "signal the fleet. All ships are to proceed to designated orbits. Initiate deployment." "Yes, sir." Beyond the moon's shadow, the cruisers emerged from hiding, gliding into formation above the unsuspecting world below. The admiral's flagship remained behind, flanked by two escort destroyers, a silent overseer in the darkness. Then the sky opened. Thousands of metallic pods, small and unassuming, rained from the ships, descending like silent omens toward the planet's surface. They scattered across Jalopolis in calculated formation, slipping into the unseen spaces of the city. Parks, alleyways, the blind spots of security patrols. There they would wait. On the other side of Zephro, where the planet's curvature had obscured its presence, a lone freighter drifted into view of one of the Clemillian cruisers. The response was immediate. The first volley struck with precision, rupturing the hull in a burst of flame and escaping oxygen. The freighter, caught unprepared, lurched as secondary explosions tore through its structure. It began to fall. Gravity took hold, pulling the wounded vessel down into the atmosphere. Flames engulfed its form, the heat of entry turning it into a burning specter against the night. The ocean below swallowed what remained.
Thanks for listening to Chapter 7 of Into the 6th Millennium, The Invasion of Zephro. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future audiobooks. You'll find links below to get the book, explore more titles from the series, and grab official merch. We've also included some affiliate links to the tools we use to bring this project to life.